So there are, we each have three faces. The face that we show the outside world, that look
Mm-hmm.
at me, I'm smart, I'm pretty, I got it all under control.
Mm-hmm.
Then we have this other face that this is who we think we are. And you've
Mm-hmm.
probably met people that have a really good facade that they show everyone else, but uh,
Yes.
confidentially, they're like, oh, I feel like a fraud, or I don't know what I'm doing. But then there's a third space that is the authentic Barry.
Mm-hmm.
And I think our life's journey really is to figure out who we truly deeply are, not who we think we are, and not who we want to show the outside world. That when you
Mm-hmm.
get access to the fundamental human being called Barry, you get to know who you are and you get to portray that to the world. So there is no juggling between appearances and reality. And that's one of the things you do is the Barry I'm talking to here is the Barry leading a company of 700 people. Like there is not a different Barry. But we all know leaders or employees that have different versions of themselves. Second thing is, fundamentally, we each have a purpose in life, why
Mm-hmm.
we're here, and we may not change our career, but there's a reason we're doing what we're doing, but we can more align with our purpose. So there's more joy and fulfillment comes out of the job that we're doing.
Mm-hmm.
We all have fears, removing those fears. We all have days where we wake up feeling unstoppable, the ability to switch that on. So what I want to do is create a 8-part journey for people, a 2-month journey once a week, learning those fundamental things that allow you to tap into who you are as a human being. Because I think true leadership is about leading yourself first. If you can
Mm-hmm.
feel comfortable in your skin and your certainty, not as ego, but as a state of being, that it allows you to listen to criticism. It allows you to connect with people in a different way because you don't have to do these appearances. So
Mm-hmm.
what I want to do is to bring to market to corporations. You've got executives. We're going to make them better, and the way we're going to make them better is fundamentally connect them to their humanity, because that's where the strongest version of them is. And from
Mm-hmm.
that, you will get better performance and better performance out of the people they lead. Any thoughts on that?
I was just listening to you. I think the real key piece is learning how to be comfortable in your own skin.
Yeah,
And I'm not sure when that happened for me, but it didn't happen early on. Certainly didn't happen growing up. But I watched my son, and in his 20s, he became very comfortable in his own skin, which I'm very proud of.
yeah,
And
that's huge.
sometimes I think, what did I do? Or did I do it? Did it come from him? But, I certainly have helped reward him by, giving him feedback when I see him do things. And so I'm real proud of that for him. Just seeing that, I think because of that, he has a much more fulfilling life. Yeah.
Absolutely.
And it's a whole self actualization kind of a thing. He's still working on that. I'm still working on myself, trying to
Same
be a
here.
better, right. I think we all do. I don't know if we ever reach that point where we can say, finally, I made it,
Actually,
but it
but you can. And a lot of people
really,
do that in their flawed way,
uh huh.
where they're not complete or whole. It's like, that's it. My way is the right way. I'm gonna
Oh,
dictate. So it's a false appearance.
yeah, yeah,
True leaders, we're always seeking. There's always another layer that we need to get
right.
through, and it's that curiosity is part of leadership. That curious on what we're doing, what we're learning, but about ourselves. Because even now, sometimes I'll go to do something and I'll get a slight uncomfortable feeling in my gut, and I'm so happy when I get that because it's
Yeah,
revealing another aspect of me that's feeling uncomfortable doing this. And then
yeah.
later on, after the situation, I'll go and review what's going on and say, "Oh, I was really concerned about what they thought of me. And that was causing that little bit of anxiety. I wonder
Right.
what part of my ego needed them to like me." And it gives
Uh-huh.
you that introspection. But articulating this journey to companies, how would you recommend doing that? That, in a short period of time, in the next 8 weeks, we're going to transform your leaders into being comfortable in their own skin so they just show up more powerfully. Does that
Yeah,
have a
and
value prop?
yeah, and also help them be, a better version of themselves.
That's exactly. There's a better you inside you. How do you let that version of yourself come out?
That you feel good about. And consequently, if you feel good about yourself in that way, then others will feel good about taking your leadership. It all
Abs-
falls comes together, that way.
So if you
And
were
so
selling it to a company, how would you sell it? Like, well, how would you articulate it?
I have to give some real thought on that. But part of it is, be confident in the direction that you are leading your folks. Be more confident that way. Um, learn how not to second guess yourself, but learn how to gather as much information from other sources, and so that you can make the best decision, knowing the times when you need to be able to make a decision right away versus the times where you need to take a little bit of more time. So it's a timing kind of a piece as
Yeah.
well. But sometimes, if you're good at it, then it becomes pretty reflexive. You know when that you need to pull the, I don't want to use this term, but in the past years I would have said pull the trigger. I'm trying to get away
Oh
from
yeah.
violent things like that, but
Light the fuse. That's so much better.
light the fuse
Just
or
kidding. No,
push
no, that's
the
horrible. That's a bomb versus a gun. Yeah.
yeah,
My
right, yeah,
joke.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, push the button, for that way, turn the ignition on, whatever metaphor kind of works in that way, versus the times we said, I don't have to decide that right now. And in spite of people coming to you, because people will bring their stuff to you and they want to dump. Here, take care of that. We got this going on. You just said, hold up, let's talk about it. What's going on here? Let's find out what's going on. I want to hear your thoughts on it. So it's also empowering people. So in the process of you becoming a better version of yourself, that allows you to empower other folks, and consequently, they become better versions of themselves. And so it goes on
Yeah.
down the line.
Brilliant. Thanks for chit chatting about this, Barry. And if you come up with any ideas of, that's the value, because I see it with the clients that I'm coaching, is
Uh
just
huh.
they're more comfortable making tougher decisions because their ego
Yes.
isn't involved. What will people think?
Mm-hmm.
And they're also more empathetic with the people that they lead.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, so have fun cleaning your closet, Barry. And it's always a
Thanks.
joy spending time with you.
Same here, Umar. You take care, my friend. Where are you now? Are you in the